ऑलराइट, अस्सलाम वालेकुम दोस्तों। हमारे जो इंटरनेशनल गेस्ट होते हैं वो हमें हमेशा प्रिविलेज करते हैं हमें ज्वाइन करके, और उनके एक्सपीरियंस से हम बहुत ज़्यादा चीज़ें सीखते हैं। तो आज मेरे साथ जो मेहमान मौजूद हैं, द गेस्ट आई हैव टुडे हैज़ अ लॉट ऑफ करिश्मा and she is a personal development coach. She is a TV actress. She has a lot of experience of life. She is author. There's a lot of things to learn from her. So she's a author of an awesome book that is called Enoughness, and that has been listed as Forbes one of the best book for personal development. So help me welcome ma'am Alison Robertson from New Jersey, US. Welcome ma'am. Good
Thank
morning.
you. Good morning, good evening to you. Thank you so much for having me back. This is awesome. And what a lovely intro.
Thank you so much,
nice
ma'am.
to see you.
I think, okay. So, starting ma'am from your actress, and you know, I have a lot of things to discuss about acting.
Sure.
How is it? How is
Oh no. I'm gonna come back. I know you are. And we'll talk about acting. Sarmad, come back.
I'm really sorry.
There you're back. You're back. You're back. I knew you'd come back. Yeah. Okay, you want to talk about acting?
No, I just sorted out the internet problem. Okay, so according to your experience, what are the things an actor, a struggling actor feels, and how is it difficult to be like an actor in a life, and what is all about acting? Like if somebody is a struggling actor, how should he carry, he encourage, he motivates himself to go in that particular path? What are the basic difficulties of being an actor?
Great question. Well, first of all, being an actor, being a performer is like a calling, right? It's something that you have to do. So if you're studying the arts or you're studying performing or the craft of acting, and you don't have that feeling of like, there's nothing else I'd rather do, then it's probably not the field for you. So putting that aside, those of us that are actors and are performers, it's like you get bitten by the acting bug and you have to act. So it's something you need to do. So in that pursuit, the problem with it is that you are the product, right? So you're the one facing the rejection. You're the one facing the highs and the lows. So as an actor, not only do you have to be great at your craft, you have to understand your performance history. You have to have such a strong confidence and self-esteem. You have to be able to take criticism, constructive criticism, and you have to have a belief in yourself that is bigger than anybody else's belief. Because as an actor, if you don't believe you can do it, then how can you expect someone else to believe you can do it? So my first thing to a struggling actor is to have a really strong positive mantra for yourself. How do you feed into your own self-confidence, into your own self-belief, your own self-esteem? And that's a practice just like anything else, just like working out, just like studying your craft. You have to believe in yourself. Now, does that mean you think you're great all the time? No. It just means that you will work hard, believe you deserve to be there, and you believe that you deserve your dream. So you have to have a really strong self-esteem.
The branding is very important. Like as an actor, the particular thing is nowadays so many platforms exist like YouTube, TV. Now, as an actor, it's very difficult to pitch ourselves, where to pitch, whether to become a YouTube artist, whether to like become a TikTok star. So as an actor, when we have a lot of intellect, when we have a lot of craft, it's really difficult to brand ourselves. So how can we calculate, how can we like gather ourselves, gather our thoughts, and to pitch ourselves as a brand that if we are not a part of a film, because filmmaking is very difficult job, you know, we do not have a lot of chance to be an actor in a film. So now we have some platforms like YouTube, like TikTok, like other platforms. So where do we pitch ourselves as an actor? Like if I talk about myself, uh, uh, I have tried so many times and still I'm trying. As you said, self-esteem is very important. I have been trying, I have been making for YouTube, but still I'm not in a state to decide whether where I have to pitch myself. So how to brand ourselves, how to pitch ourselves as an actor?
Yeah, this is a tough thing, especially for young actors to understand, because with the explosion of YouTube and TikTok and all these platforms for content creation, that's not necessarily acting, right? That's not using your craft. That's not an art form. Maybe it's an art form in a different way, but it's not the art form of acting. That is influence, personality driven, right? That there's a difference between a TikTok artist and a film actor. They're not the same. Now you could be both, but you being a TikTok star may not necessarily make you a film actor, right? So I think you have to know what you're good at and in what your brand is. What are you selling? What is Sarmad selling? What is Alison selling? What will casting buy as an actor? So if I'm someone that's really calm and solid and somebody that's approachable and you trust, well, I'm not going to be dancing around on TikTok. That's not my brand, right? Even though it might make me famous, right? It might make me famous. It might get me a lot of followers, but that doesn't necessarily translate to me being a crafted actor. So the first thing you have to figure out is, who are you in the industry? Who do you want to be in the industry? And study that as an actor. Who are you and where do you want to go as an actor? Second, those platforms, TikTok, um, YouTube, making your own content is awesome. I love all of them. But you have to know where you fit in there, right? And not just join any trend or fad that's going on. Because it may not be, like, for me, that would be ridiculous if I did that. But it works for my daughter who's 15,
Obviously.
right? So figure out first, what is your brand? And it's hard not to compare yourself as an actor. So you see somebody get on TikTok and blow up and get millions of followers, and you think, that's what I should do. Is it? Is it your brand?
Yeah.
Because if you're a more
No.
centered actor, that's not what you should do. Go out and make your own films. Maybe put your content on YouTube. Figure out where you are in the industry, who you are in the industry. And that's your superpower, because
Exactly.
you're the only one that can do that in the industry like that.
But as we
Go
all
ahead.
know, these platforms are the reason we make viral videos. These platforms lure actors. So what is your message for the youngsters who are not willing to study the craft, but they are just willing to make viral videos to gain more and more followers? Because these are the platforms where you have a chance to like brand yourself through a viral video and come on the television. So these platforms are actually generating the traffic for you. If somebody's video is viral on TikTok, he may be invited by a television. So how we can segment that? Television is a different thing, TikTok and other things, other platforms are a different thing, and this is not the real branding. TikTok and YouTube are not the real branding. If you are a cinema or a TV star, how we can make people understand about that?
Well, it's really difficult, because people love the instant gratification of TikTok and these platforms. It's instant gratification, right? We can just scroll and it makes us laugh, and but me as the watcher of the content, I'm not really engaged with that TikTok
Exactly.
artist. I'm not engaged with them. They're just entertainment, right? Flicking. So I think what people have to realize is that when you see an Academy Award winning performance, you feel something. It makes a mark on you. And the true actor, the true artist will hang in there to make their mark, right? What you can't get caught up in is, do you just want to be the person that is scrolled through and is instant gratification entertainment? That's okay if you want that. It's okay. I have no judgment on it. But it's not going to lead you to longevity of maybe an Oscar or a TV show for long term. Maybe one person does it. Maybe two people get to do it. But it's not the track that gets you there. And unfortunately, because people love it, it just feeds on top of itself. So it creates more and more and more TikTok stars. My daughter, have you seen my daughter on
Yes,
social
yes.
media, Olivia?
Yeah,
Olivia and Ava. But Olivia's a TV actress here in the United States. And it's really hard for me I've been teaching her, but she goes to class. Real actors go to class. They don't just make content.
exactly.
Real actors go to
Exactly.
class
They
and they
first learn the
study
craft.
all the time. Yeah. Go ahead.
Craft
Sorry.
learning is very important.
Yeah. You have to study your craft. Real actors study their craft all the time. No, I'm going to be 50 in January. I still study my craft. I still study acting. I still study because I
Exactly.
believe in my art form. I believe in practicing my art form. So if you're a young actor and you're not in class, please reevaluate what you're doing. And even if you can't afford to go to class, there's plenty of things online that you can watch and watch how people do stuff. The best thing for a young actor to do is watch a brilliant scene and see if you can figure out how the actor got there. Right? You don't
Exactly.
you want to figure out, how did they get there? How would you, the actor, do the same thing they did? It's not just about repeating lines. So young actors, please study. Please study the craft.
Exactly. And going to film school is very important for new actors. We have to learn the craft. In fact, if we do not afford to like go to the school, in fact, we can learn from YouTube also, because there are so many experienced actors that can give us the guidelines. And there are so many things to, like, it's not just about building your body. It's all about the expressions, about the body language, because so many people do not know that we have also to, like, if I do acting in my real life, people are just gone mad, and they often tell me, you just feel like insane, what are you doing? Like, sure. I keep telling them, this is the way we act. This is the way, if I'm offered a role of a villain, this is the way I would be doing a villain's role. So tone, inflection, face expressions, because we do not focus on face expressions. Because I have seen, like, Morgan Freeman is one of the finest actor. He talks more with his eyes rather than his tongue. So for a great actor, it's very. Yes, please add.
That's one of the things, is that young actors, any actor, a new actor, I keep saying young, but a new actor should study, watch great acting, right? Don't get caught up in the story. Watch the technical, what they're doing technically. See if you can figure out how they got there, right? A real good actor, you won't be able to figure it out because it'll be seamless. But Meryl Streep, if you've ever watched any interviews with her, she would say that she would give away most of her lines to other actors because she believes the brilliance in acting is listening. That you're the most brilliant actor when you're listening. And truly good actors know how to listen well. And you being an interviewer, watch your interviewers, watch your interviewees. Who can listen? Who can sit in silence and be okay with no sound? That's an art form, because the true
Exactly.
brilliance comes in the silences. But young actors just want to talk.
Silent.
They just want to talk.
Active listening is very important, whether it is acting, interview, anything else. And I was listening to a session where he said that the biggest thing is silence. We do not notice silence, and in so many movies, there is no silence in cinema. There is no silence in cinema. In fact, they have to listen to the projector's voice. So listening is very important. Silence is very important, and silence is something that really interacts, where we find ourselves in silence. Well, what I
Hold on. Can I
yes,
say one thing before you move on? Uh, Everybody, actor, non-actor, people are afraid of their own silence, of being in silence, of listening to their thoughts, their own thoughts. And I think there's such a value in learning that practice of being with yourself in silence. It might be scary at first, it might be anxiety inducing, it might be boring, it might be maddening. But usually, if you can hang in there, something magical comes out of it. Every answer that you need to know is within inside of you. And if you would just trust that silence, it'll perk right up for you. And as an actor, that silence is your gift that will lead you to the next best choice. Sorry, had to say.
exactly. But yes, like there is a perception that if you want to be an actor, you should born with the passion. And the next thing is, some people come into this business because of their looks, because of their personality, because of their
Come back.
so
Here you come.
I think there
There
was
you
a
go.
there was an yes,
I
there
got
was an internet
they
break.
bond with their passion. And then what was the second one? Ask me the question again.
uh, there's a perception,
Mhm.
yes, there's a perception that if you want to be an actor, it has lot to deal with the passion. You should have inborn passion, number one. The second perception is, no, it's not just about passion. If you have looks, you can learn, and you can execute. So what is, how you will segment this, how much percentage of passion and how much percentage of like learning, how will you segment this? Even if I talk about myself, I have inborn passion of acting. So I will say I have 80% passion, and I can do any character, but because it is in my DNA. So how we will segment this? How much of passion and how much of learning?
Uh, okay, first of all, you have to have the passion. One, like I said in the beginning, it has to almost overtake you. I can go do anything else in the world. I can be a speaker, I become an author, I'm a mom, I can do all these things. If someone calls and offers me a role, I will stop everything and go do that role. Do you understand? That's the kind of passion I have
Wow.
for acting. Much to my business partner, Melissa, who you've talked to, it does mess with our business because I love acting. Even if it doesn't bring me the money I want, I love it. So I have a passion for it. So now the other thing is, yes, Hollywood is about how you look. It's just the way it is. But that isn't an obstacle. It's just part of the business. but there is no set way, like you have to look this way or that way. I think you just have to be confident in how you look. I think you have to, again, go back to knowing who you are. If you are a villain, then play the villain. If you look like the villain, then don't try to be the boy next door. Lean into how you look, but don't allow looks to stop you, because if you have the passion, you have the craft and the talent. At the end of the day, talent always wins. Talent always wins at the end of the day. So if you have true talent, true gift, just keep
Exactly.
going, because someone will notice it. It might be frustrating, but someone will notice it. But Hollywood is fickle. I mean, Hollywood, you know, they like young, they like pretty, they like muscle, you know, we like stereotypes. So sometimes for a new actor that can feel daunting, or we feel like we have to become something to become an actor. But I can tell you, with my daughter, she's 14, I've watched her, and she's just always studying her craft, and she just keeps going along, and she leads with craft, not with how she looks or what her body looks like or her personality. She leads with craft, and that would be what I would suggest.
But everyone wants to be hero. That's a big problem. Even if somebody
What's that?
has no looks, but still everyone wants to be hero. Everyone wants to be hero, and everyone there is no, like, if somebody is from film school, he or she can think that I have that kind of looks, so I can play any character. So
And
it is
I'm going
very
to tell you
important to
something.
understand that.
Hold on.
Yes.
Playing every character is great, but it's in the business, in the industry, it's difficult for the people on the other side of the table, casting, directors, producers, writers. When you can play everything, sometimes they can't see you. They don't see you. So sometimes you do have to get into a box for them and say, like, you know what I play? This is what I play. And then after you're in, then you can show them that you play everything. But try to play how the industry sees you, first of all, when you're new, right? Um, uh, you know, I would be foolish to not play a mom, right? I would be foolish not to play somebody of authority. That's my type, even though I want to play other things. So you lean into where you fit. Where do you fit? What is your type? Do you know what your types are? I have a great exercise to figure out your types. We should do that one time.
Okay.
We
My
should get a
type
bunch.
is. Can I tell you my type?
Yeah, tell me.
Okay, my type is a silent psychopath. A silent psychopath, a smart villain. Okay, who do everything, but nobody knows. He's very sensitive. He's very sensitive. He's a hero. He's a heroic type villain, but he's dirty in mind. He's dirty in mind. He's tactical in mind. Okay,
Twisted,
he,
twisted,
yeah, twisted. Yeah,
twisted
twisted. He's not.
mind.
He's so handsome villain. So I will love to be a handsome villain and tactical villain who plays with the people, with his mind, who's a psychopath, who is animal in his mind. if
Right.
if you read his mind, he's bitter than any hyenas, or any bitter, any crocodile. So he's a handsome villain. So I will call myself as a handsome villain, and I will love to play a handsome villain, because villains dominate the story. 80% of the films are dominated by villains. Villain always confuses the actor, the protagonist. The antagonists are very strong thing. So we have to think about, we have to think about the villains. So I love to be a villain.
Okay.
Now figure
So
out.
do you know one of the things about villains and any character that you're playing that's not nice or is, against society? You don't play the villain, right? you play all the great qualities of the, because the villain is still a human being, right, with just a twisted background or a twisted childhood or something messed them up. So as an actor, you never want to play into the villain, right? You want to play the human quality of that villain, right? And I think one of the things for you moving forward as a villain, especially because I think that's great typecasting, that's awesome. It makes me laugh that we're sitting here and the way the lights on you, this twisted, crazy villain behind his computer, ready to blow up the world. So, but what will be the magic for you the next time you audition for something like that is it's the people love opposites. They love choices. So if you're playing a villain, what you want to learn to do is do reversals. Become excellent at reversals. You know what reversals are? When you're going one way and as an actor you shift it the other way, the reversal. It's usually done in comedy, but as a villain, if you can learn to do that, so it's where you lure us in and then flip it on us. So if I've never seen you act. I have no judgment on how you act or don't act, but I would become a master at reversals. So, which Anthony Hopkins in Hannibal is a master at it, where he's just talking to you and he's pulling you in, and then he like does something and you're like, oh, so that's a reversal. And that's where you start to build your talent and rise above everybody else who's a villain in your category, right? So once you get your type, once you know who you are, then you need to figure out in your craft, how do I become the best at this?
Exactly.
How do I become the best? Where, in my category, I want to play Power Woman, right? So I want to be the best I can at that. I want to be the senator. I want to be the lawyer. I want to be the judge. I want to be on TV. I want to play the president of the United States, right? So what are those characteristics that I would have to have? I got mom down. I got that on lock. But you start figuring out how you play those types. The other thing is, do you worry about your accent?
No, still I do not worry because I feel that if we have that body language, it's all about what I feel is acting has
While you're coming back, I'm going to keep talking. I'm hearing what you're saying, that you have body, that you still can communicate, and I'm saying to open up your opportunities. I would learn other accent. I would have your native accent. I would learn a
yeah. So I was adding
neutral.
that
Oh, there we
it's
go.
what I feel is it acting has no more been a problem of accent, because you have seen so many Bollywood actors are rushing into Hollywood because of their acting skills, because of their body language skills, how they talk with their eyes. So I have
Yes.
so many examples of the actors who are playing characters in web series. Now they are part of Hollywood films. Why? Because not because of their accent, because of their body language.
Yes. Yes. And I'm saying to you, to open your possibilities and your opportunities is to have your accent, learn a new accent, and have a neutral accent. So that me,
Exactly.
as a this is for everybody, not just you. I'm talking to you because you're here, but I would have open your playing field, because there's always choice. There's always more than one choice. There's not just you they're casting. They have 4 of you that they're looking at. And if I'm the casting director and I know that you can do 3 accents and a neutral accent, you're my guy. Just because you gave me variety, you gave me options. So just keep that in mind. As actors now, we just have to be much more versatile and have much more in our toolbox than when I started 30 years ago, right? It wasn't as competitive as it is now.
But it is. But I will add here one thing. It is also about like when we are off the camera, we are different. But when we are on the set, we are so different. Even if you give me a chance, if somebody is getting chance in a Hollywood film, his accent suddenly changes because some people feel we have personality disorder, but they do not feel that as an actor we do not have personality disorder, but this is how we are actually. So, for example, if I
That
for example, yeah, for example, if somebody say that you have to propose to Alison, now this is a scene. Director says, "Okay, cue." Now I have to use the accent of US. So, hi,
yeah.
Alison. You're really awesome, and you know, when I see you, it's just, oh my God, like that. When I do the, for example, Alison, how have you been? You know, when I see you into your eyes, I don't feel anything. Oh my God.
But that's the thing, is that people need to know you have to be able to practice that. And you're right, it just made me laugh for the personality disorder. I mean I live in Los Angeles, so can you imagine how many people have personality disorders here? I
So
mean,
many, yeah.
even your dentist is an actor. It's so crazy. Everybody is an actor
No,
here.
they behave. What I feel is only actors do not act in their real life. All the human beings act in their real life. Only actors are the one who do not act in their real life. That's my perception.
Okay, let's make that into a t-shirt. That's a great
Trust
quote.
me, trust me. I was into a call center, and I was there for an interview. I was short of money, so I wanted to do a job. When I go there, and the representative met me, and he was just like that. Oh, Mr. Samad, how are you? You're really awesome. You know, that's, oh my God, we want people like you. You're so handsome. You know, okay, so please come, please come. Yeah. So they were like that. So I was laughing there. These are the Pakistani guys, and they are just behaving like insane. But it was part of their job. And they were not acting.
Yes.
And in real life, when they were on the smoke break, they were having cigarettes and they were speaking with me in Urdu. So I reminded them that, "Yeah, was you the person who was acting like a gay? I'm sorry for my
Yeah,
for
yeah.
my words." So he was pretty much like a gay. Okay, so we will give you 40,000 salary, 50,000 salary, and you just have to like call the customers and get them the feedback. And he was just like that. And at the break time, he was having cigarettes and he was speaking normally. So I told him, "You are a great actor. You have to be in the industry. Like you people are really awesome."
Here, this. I mean, but you want to direct? Do you want to direct? Yeah, because you're very observant. You're very observant in pulling in environment. Here's something I know we've been talking for a while here, but if you're any actor and you have the opportunity to paid, non-paid, intern anywhere at a production company, on a film set, in a TV show, in a casting office, even for a few weeks. If you take an assistant job or an intern job at any type of company in the industry, you won't make a lot of money, if any. But you will learn so much about what they're looking for, how you behave,
Exactly.
how many times actors give up in the middle of an audition when they should keep going, how much they talk too much, and also it's also important as a real actor to know, what does everybody do on a set, because you being the actor is the least important thing until it's time to film. So
It's
really
awesome job.
understanding how a set works, or how a film is made, or what are all those departments called, and having respect and an understanding for, you're a part of a big tapestry. It's not just about you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I want to show you something. I want to show
Yeah.
you something as part of my acting. So, okay, it is a song, and I just I'm just finding my inner peace.
Uh-huh.
And in that song, that's a story of a song. It is in Urdu, but you will see the acting, that how a drug addict is finding himself. Okay, let me play it.
Oh, okay.
It's me. He's a drug addict.
तुम्हारी सबसे बड़ी लड़ाई तुम्हारे अंदर के विलन से है। जब तक तुम उस विलन को नहीं हराते
Nice. That was great.
Well, yeah, it was just like someone who is finding inner peace. He's going everywhere, into mosque, into temples, everywhere. He's a drug addict, and he feels that my villain lives within me. The world is not my villain. I am villain of my own self.
So, do you think that you will play more drug addicts in your lifetime? Did I lose you? Do you think you'll play drug addict? Do you think you'll play someone that does
them
that
was
in your career? Oh no. Yes, you think you'll do more drug addicts? You think that's the type you'll play? Are you back? There you
yes.
are. You do think you'll play that? Are you there?
I'm sorry, there was another breakdown.
There you go. Okay, good.
Yeah.
You're back. Did you hear my question? Do you think you'll
No.
play a drug addict? Do you think you'll play a drug addict more? Do you
Yes.
think you do? Okay. So here's my thing. Awesome. It was great. It was fantastic. I loved everything about it. I loved all the visuals. I loved what you were doing. All that. You look completely different. I don't think you're a drug addict. Learn everything you can about drugs. Learn how to everything, how to hold, how it's done. Not a recreational user. There's a difference between a recreational user and a drug addict. Did you hear the difference? Someone who does it at a party.
Exactly.
And someone who's a drug addict. And if this is in your wheelhouse, you, sir, need to know the difference. Because that's the difference between you getting a job and not getting a job. Between knowing what a recreational drug user looks like and a drug addict.
Exactly.
That's where real acting comes in. Knowing that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
Does that make sense? Right? So awesome. I think I love your passion for acting. I love
Thank you so much.
that you your pursuit of it. I get it. You're a real actor.
Well, it's really awesome, and thank you so much for that lovely compliment. And we are in the last few minutes of our session because it's early morning and you have a lot of commitments. But I will add here one thing. I will add here one thing that is very important. Why I am inspired so much from villains is because I feel that when we read the stories of serial killers, when we read the stories of someone who has been molested, who has been thrown backward by the society, Actually, the villains are the real humans. They are the most sophisticated. They are the most sensitive people. Now, it is the society who have made them villains. When we see their stories, we find them so much sensitive. Heroes are not sensitive. Villains are the sensitive people. But they have been made villains by the society. So I love the past of the villains, not the present of the villains, because they are killing so many people. So I cannot say that I just love the part of their present moment. No, but I just love their past because they are not villains. So their past is so much inspiring. That is why I love the characters of villain. That if someone is villain, and nowadays the films that have been made, villain is not any other human being. It is the villain that lives inside you. Your personality disorders. It is the villain. Your anxiety, your depression, whatever you do in your depression, it is the villain that is boycotting you from the society. That is boycotting you from everything. So that is the actual villain that lives in your side. You learn how to fight with that villain. So that's why we need counseling every time, that how to fight our own inner villain. That's really important. As we saw in the film Joker, where was
Yes,
the villain?
I was
Yeah, he
just going to
was.
say, you have to listen to Joaquin Phoenix talk about how he developed that character and what he did, and you everything about that. But can I just reframe something?
Yeah,
What did you say? What we were going to do with the villains? The villain inside of you? How
means
to
what we
that
do
we need
is
to get rid of
yeah,
it or fix it, or I just want to reframe it. We need to heal the villain inside of
exactly,
us,
exactly,
right? Because it's a part of us. And if we're trying to get rid of something inside of us or remove something in us, then it's bad, right? Or it's shameful, or we have guilt about it. And usually when we have shame or guilt with something, it creates more anxiety, more depression, more bad behavior, more bad habits. So if we can reframe it and say, I want to heal this part of me. I accept this villain inside of me. I accept this side of me. Because when we accept the bad and the good inside of us, then that's ultimate gratitude, when we accept both parts. Because gratitude isn't just the positive, right? Gratitude is when we accept both the good and the bad in our world and inside ourselves. So I would like you want to heal the villain inside of you, right? Or accept the villain inside of you and allow them to come out and play in
exactly.
society. Yeah.
Well, ma'am, it was amazing, and trust me that I time just passed away, and because
Thank you. Thank you for
whenever
working
I
with
talk,
me.
we are always connected. We are always connected, and acting is something. Acting, directing, and filmmaking is something I can talk hours and hours because I have a passion for it, and I can see your passion also. That internet interrupted us a lot, but we kept our passion alive in the whole conversation. So there are so many things to learn from you, and in future I will keep learning from you. But I just love villains. That's my last point.
Oh, thank you so much. I so appreciated this. This was awesome. I love talking acting. And remind me to connect you with my dearest friend, Kyle David Pierce. He's an acting teacher here in the United
Wow.
States. He would love to talk to you. He would love to talk to you.
Please introduce me to him
Well,
as I
he's
will be able to
he's
talk to him.
he's not on Facebook, so we have to figure
Okay.
that out.
Yeah,
But
now that's the thing you have to figure out for me.
yeah, okay. But we'll figure it out. He would love to talk to you, and he's awesome. He's awesome. He's a TV actor here in the United States. He's awesome.
That's perfect. And you are also awesome because I have seen one best quality in Jersey girls, New Jersey girls. They
Ah,
are always flamboyant and they are energetic. They are smart. They are loving, and they are different from like Arkansas and other states, New York State, Nevada.
yes.
So Jersey girls are like they are awesome. I just love them.
They're tough. They're tough.
Oh, they are tough, but
Well, thank
you know that you should have self confidence. That's very important.
That's awesome. Thank you so much,
Thank
and
you so much, ma'am.
we'll talk
Thank you so
again.
much. Stay blessed and Thank you so much. Stay blessed and always be talking. Thank you so much. Allah
Thank you.
Hafiz.